Hi, my name is Chris Gardner,
Hi, I'm Blair Rowan.
and we made a movie called Narcissism And Me.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about it? It's a 10-minute short, very funny short. So
It's predominantly me playing a character who spends about 9.5 minutes talking about himself and making everything up as he goes along, which is great.
I'm a little afraid to ask, but whose idea was this to have you talking about yourself for 10 minutes?
Somebody's, not mine. I like to talk about everybody else, but me. It was mine. I wrote it. My work, my day job is nice enough to not notice that I spend most of my day writing scripts rather than doing my job. So I actually got paid to write this, but not officially. So that's good. It's my first paying script that wasn't really a paying script. So.
Okay, so how much of this character was you and how much was...
Well, I'm in it every time you see the movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm usually playing the character whenever you watch it. I don't know. I don't think a lot of it was me.
It's kind of a mirror reflection of his own narcissism.
Yeah, which is very minute. Very trace amounts of, like it's not that. I mean, I don't know.
Solipsism.
Yeah, it's more like that. It's more just, it's a healthy self-image, I think, that gets just blown up for the sake of comedy. I like to think I'm not as bad as this character, but I think that probably people might call me a liar if I say that.
Like Child Protective Services.
Child Protective Services, definitely. They don't want you to keep a kid that's not yours. It's like a ferret. You can't keep a ferret, They don't want you to keep a kid that you didn't make yourself or buy.
Okay, so was there any room for you to improv once you got on set, or was this all, you kind of had it planned out?
It's funny. No. That when I write a script or when we write a script together, there's very little improvisation that we allow. But if I'm in someone else's movie, I'm going to improvise everything because I'm selfish like that. But no, there's very little.
It's pretty tightly scripted from what he originally wrote. We ended up changing things along the way, but it was always like we would change it off screen and then pretty much rewrite it and then go back to it. But
He's right. That's how it all went down.
that's the straight answer.
That's a straight answer. Yeah.
So you guys have made films together before. Do you usually focus on comedy? Is this kind of your brand?
We do a lot of comedy. We actually kind of come from a comedy background. We do a lot of, we do some straight-laced stuff that just is more absurd. But yeah, predominantly we started doing stand-up. And we did a comedy that played in 2008, this festival, called Blood on the Highway, which is very different than the movie that you will see called Narcissism And Me. A lot less vomiting blood in Narcissism And Me than there was in Blood on the Highway.
Some worked a little in.
Some, but less. A tasteful amount. That's what we say. Yeah, a Merchant Ivory amount of vomiting blood.
Do you get heckled by your friends over this movie?
My friends are can I say the A word? They're assholes. So they all, no, they're good folk. They're supportive. To my face. So that's all I ask.
No, but I mean, do they say, "Oh, narcissist? Yeah, that's totally him. That's totally Chris." Or
It's a joke that's wearing thin. That's kind of getting to be like, we get it. You've already made that joke, and I heard 5 other people make that same joke. So I don't really like my friends very much. So.
All right, being as you guys are young, sorry, I can't stop laughing over here.
I get that.
Being as you guys are like young filmmakers, you're working the film festival circuit. How important is it for young filmmakers such as yourself to be involved in a community like this?
Exceptionally. Dallas, in all seriousness, is really starting to become this kind of mecca for underground filmmakers and filmmakers that want to work outside of the industry, outside of the kind of what has become this very, very exclusive, club for people who are either in the business already or have family in the business. And I think that Texas is kind of starting to become that, oh, well, you're actually talented, so we're going to pay attention to you because you're talented, not because of whose womb you popped out of. So, it's kind of nice to have that and to know, like, you've got this tight-knit group of friends that are really doing some
amazingly supportive community.
Amazing and very talented. There's a lot of talent in the city and in Austin, and it's really an exciting time. It's very cool.
Mm-hmm. So there's no chance that we're gonna lose you guys to either of the coasts?
Oh,
We're gonna
totally.
keep you here.
As soon as we get off,
I
the
plan to
money,
sell out
that's-
immediately.
Yeah.
If you guys, I mean, I'll sell out to anybody in this room. I don't care. I do not care. I feel nothing in my heart. So.
Are there any future projects that you can tell us about?
Yes, we're currently working on finding funding for a new feature that I wrote that he will be directing, starting the very degrading process of finding money for this film. But once we do, I think it'll be fantastic. We hope to work with a lot of our friends that we've worked with for years, that are also starting to kind of get more and more interest for their films. But hopefully that'll go a lot smoother than things have gone. But
It's another comedy in
Yeah.
the vein of Narcissism and Me.
similar in the tone of it being kind of a character-based comedy, but very different in plot. This one's more about
It's another uncomfortable satire.
yeah, it's very well. There's nothing funnier than cringe humor and uncomfortable situations for putting characters through. This one is a coming-of-age story for a 43-year-old man, kind of an anti-American Beauty sort of thing. Just basically idiots acting like idiots, and hilarity ensues.
You gonna shoot here in Dallas?
Yeah, actually, hopefully in the East Dallas, Oak Cliff area, a lot of beautiful old buildings around there that look as sad and dilapidated as our character, so.
All right, and before we go, is there a website, Facebook, Twitter, anything where you guys, where people can go and find out more about you and more about Narcissism and Me?
Yeah, the Narcissism and Me has a fan page on Facebook. You can also look us up on Facebook. I'm Chris Gardner, and he's Blair Rowan. All the time.
Well, awesome. We're really glad you guys are here. Thanks for stopping by,
Thank you.
and good luck this week at the film festival.
Thank you very much.